All right, let me show you what we're working on. Once again, the same old fender that we are restoring. We're not trying to, we are restoring it. All right, so as you can see, the old school way of drilling holes, trying not to pop the dents back up, and they just cover it up with body filler. So in the end, we just have a very damaged fender because of all the holes, and people just plug them in with a body filler. So what we're gonna do, I'm gonna show you a way that I've never seen before done, and let me show you the steps. All right, and I have the you have to get the 8mm hole punch because that's the best one to do your plug welds, and so it happens to be the right size to plug your holes that people have made through the years of trying to restore these cars. So let's go ahead and make our plugs. Well, we got one that fell to the floor. All right, so that's gonna be our plug to plug all those holes on the sheet metal. Your hole punch has to be the 8mm, which I believe it's one of the widest diameter. All right, so for this, we need to take off our gloves because we need the sensitivity of our fingertips. All right, so we need to match the diameter of our plug to the drill bit. If not, you can come as close as possible, and you're gonna drill your hole. Hit it from the bottom side. So you can see it didn't quite well. It's not going flush with the sheet metal. So we switched up to our carbide tip. We are going to enlarge the hole just a little bit more. And there you go, it fell through. So the sheet metal is a little bit wavy, and if you have a hammer and dolly, let's go ahead and make use of that because it is very important. Just a slight taps. No need for aggression in this sheet metal. Solution part here for holding your plug on the hole we just made is to get one of these neodymium magnets. Make sure it's clean. Stick your plug there and it's going through the bottom. Alright, and just go with your MIG and weld around the hole right there. Pretty cool, huh? If you try to go with your MIG welder and try to weld these holes, well, they're too big to weld up. If they were pinholes, that'll be awesome, but they're not. They're a little bit bigger. Well, they're actually way bigger, and you would be just warping your sheet metal because it's a lot of heat you're gonna be putting down trying to weld up those big holes. And that is the solution. Just weld around. Alrighty, so with this fender, as you can see, it's all sectioned up over here. and we are going to get our patch panel from this one. Pointer is that when there's holes on the fender line over here, it's going in a little hill, right? Well, you do the same thing. You make your hole a little bit bigger, and the only difference is to shape your plug in the form of a hill, if you will. So get it halfway. So right there is good. Tighten it up and go with your hammer. Here's our contour on the fender line. And there you go, you get the idea, huh? Just a little bit of more work and we would have the plug flush with the sheet metal and the contour line of the fender. So that's plug number 1 and plug number 2. Put your magnet on the underside. Just like a puzzle. So we have 1, 2, 3, and 4. Alright, so once we have a tack weld on our plugs, let's remove the magnet, because the magnet actually interferes with the welding, especially if it's a strong magnet like these. All right. Our weld is here. Our plug hole was here. So it went from this big hole to being fully welded. There, right there, and all over here on the fender line. So pretty good, huh? Okay, so let me show you how it's looking on the bottom. The magnets and the holes, they need to be plugged.